We hear it virtually every 4 years, but this year it is especially true. This is likely to be the most important vote of our lifetimes, for in 100 days, Americans will go to the polls to choose not just a president, but also possibly whether our country will ever hold an election again. Donald Trump suggested Friday that if he wins, you simply won't have to vote again. And then there is the dark and disturbing rhetoric that is the hallmark of Trump's campaign. If you actually thought he was going to take a different tone after he was wounded in an assassination attempt, he dispelled such wishful thinking at a rally in Minnesota yesterday.
They all say, I think he's changed. I think he's changed since 2 weeks ago. Something affected him. No, I haven't changed. Maybe I've gotten worse, actually, because I get angry at the incompetence that I witness every single day, the way millions of people are pouring into our country.
Compare that to what we're hearing from Vice President Kamala Harris. She spent her first week as the de facto Democratic nominee championing progress in a swirl of positivity.
Some folks would suggest that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down. You know that? Have you noticed?
Talk about it.
Right?
Talk about
that somehow you're strong if you're a bully. Instead of what we all know, the true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up.
Democrats have 100 days to maintain control of the United States Senate and flip the House of Representatives, and they need voter enthusiasm up and down the ballot to get it done. Judging by the nationwide excitement around Harris's historic campaign, they're getting it. Harris's momentum, moving with the speed of an Olympic gold medal sprinter, has been extraordinary to witness. To say Democrats are energized doesn't even begin to describe what's happening. In just 1 week, the Vice President Harris campaign for president has raised $200 million and brought on more than 170,000 new volunteers in just 1 week. Perhaps most important, beyond excitement, Harris is giving Americans hope ahead of Election Day.
She doesn't have to go out there and sell sneakers or Bibles, you know? All she did was announce that she's running, and they said, where do we sign up?
And I think she gonna give Trump what he needs. He ain't ready for this one.
The level of energy is higher, and we just got to keep this up. We only have 100 days left. We can run through the finish line. Don't slow down, but keep going.
He ain't ready for this one. Joining me now, Jamie Harrison, chairman of the Democratic National Committee. Chairman Harrison, as always, thank you for coming to the Sunday show. So, $200 million in donations, 170,000 new volunteers in just 1 week. How is that kind of enthusiasm being felt down ballot?
Well, Jonathan, I think I've adopted my slogan for the next 100 days. He ain't ready for this one. Listen, I am seeing some energy right now, Jonathan, that I have not seen in the Democratic Party probably since 2008, and I believe it will eclipse that. Just think about the record-breaking fundraising, $200 million in a week, and most of them, the vast majority, 66% of them are first-time donors. That's amazing. That is grassroots energy. People giving $5, $10, all around the country. I saw a map, the ActBlue map, which showed where this money's coming from, and every single state lit up. This is just nothing but amazing. We're seeing this grassroots organizing that is taking place. It started off with Joteka and her black women organizing for Harris, and then black men, and then the Latino community, and then white women who had a big Zoom. And now tomorrow we're going to have white dudes for Kamala Harris.
Right.
We're also seeing, Jonathan, in some of these communities that have been ruby red. We saw it in the villages down in North Carolina. We saw in some of the organizing in North Carolina. These are people who have voted for Trump in the past that are now organizing for Kamala Harris. And so there's a lot of energy right now. We are all getting in formation because we understand the assignment, that this is about protecting our freedoms, and we're not going to give Donald Trump a chance to get back to the White House.
Okay, so you mentioned the Villages, which is, basically a retirement community where 4 years ago they were in their little golf carts for Trump. Let me bring up some polls, Chairman Harrison. Wall Street Journal shows that Harris erases Trump lead. 49% for Donald Trump, 47% for the vice president. New York Times, Harris narrows gap against Trump. Trump 48, Harris 47. In that New York Times poll, though, Nate Cohen writes, and I want to quote here, conversely, she fares worse among white working class voters and voters older than 65 than Biden did in all but one prior Times Siena poll. So while it's great that we saw, all those golf carts in the Villages for the vice president, how worried should Democrats be about that erosion of support from voters older than 65 for the vice president?
I don't think this is a time to hand wring or worry. I think this is a time to educate people about the contrast between our presumptive nominee in terms of Kamala Harris and the 34-count convicted felon in Donald Trump. The man who was convicted of sexually assaulting women. We have to make the difference. Donald Trump has Project 2025, which says that they want to gut Medicare and Social Security, that they want to rip away the Affordable Care Act, that they want to demolish the Department of Education and so many other things, that they want to establish a national abortion ban. We have to continue to educate folks about that. And at the same time, let them know that the Biden-Harris administration is probably the most transformational administration we've had in our lifetime, making sure we drop the cost of insulin, bring down the cost of prescription drugs for our seniors, push Medicare and Social Security out there, expand the Affordable Care Act. These are things that are improving the quality of life for all of America's people, not just a select few. And so I'm really excited about making that case. Over the course of the next few weeks, we will see a lot of different things coming up. The official nomination, we will have the VP pick, we will have the Democratic convention, and we will make the case to the American people. And in the end, we're going to win this race.
DNC Chair Jamie Harrison, you've never been in the Senate, but you know how to filibuster. I had at least 3 more questions for you, and we are out of time. Thank you, Chairman Harrison, as always. Thank you for coming to the Sunday Show.